this video we're going to solve every horse-drawn carriage and buggy and every horse-drawn everything in the history of the universe and why it happened. It's for God's joy. So horse-drawn, this is going to blow your mind. God has been speaking to me about horses, and I believe we are going to see a revival in horseback riding in my lifetime. With all of my heart, I believe that, okay? Jesus comes back on a white horse. It makes sense. A horse is a living thing. Automobiles are dead, but that's a whole nother sermon. So horse-drawn, 5 plus 5 letters. That all divide by 5. Okay, this is tear-jerking. And then, as for the word carriage, it knits together with the word the that you would put in front, and then the word carriage differs from the word buggy by a multiple of 5. So that when you say, oh, the horse-drawn carriage, it all divides by 5, just like when you say the water, the rain, the ice, the dew, okay? All declaring God's joy message, okay? Just like the birds. Remember, the birds outside are singing right now, so the birds divides by 5, just like the brides is 5 points higher, okay? Bridge and bridle differ by 5 points because every bridge exists for your joy, every bridle exists for God's joy and man's joy, so you can control the horse. And we just solved bit and bridle double joy. Okay, so back to horse drawn. So horse is 65, drawn is 60. Well, what's so special about that? You've just achieved the great 5 times 5 times 5, 125, joy, joy, half a joy, in 5 plus 5 letters. So horse drawn anything is a total joy to God and man. And that's why I am prophesying a revival in horse-drawn people and horse-drawn things and horse-drawn carriages and horse-drawn buggies, because it's the joy of God and man to use horses, living things. Okay? All right, so horse-drawn. Anything drawn is a joy. Drawn water comes to mind first, okay? Drawn in 5 letters. You can pick it apart into the 5s, just squeeze out, you know, the multiples and such, like the DA or the AN, okay? So horse drawn, okay, now carriage, stick that together with the word the. I want to see the offset between carriage and buggy. Carriage, I know, starts with C-A-R-R. The root is 40, divides by 5. In fact, carriage starts with joy, okay? Yeah, carriage up until the IA starts with 50, joy, and then the 12 left over will knit together with the at the front. So the horse-drawn carriage is a beautiful 5 fest. Now let's solve the offset between buggy and carriage, so you can see the 5s coming through in that difference. So carriage was 62 overall. Buggy is 23 plus 14, 37 plus 25. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize this, but buggy equals the exact same thing as carriage. Perfect. Okay. Done. So buggy equals carriage. Enough said. Okay. And then so when you say the buggy, now you perfectly have a gorgeous multiple of 5s. Furthermore, the letters that divide by 5, the famous yet going backwards, in the buggy add perfectly to joy. Okay. The buggy then equals Son of God 95. Okay. And the carriage equals the same thing. By the way, when you then say the baby carriage, that adds 30 points, okay? So the baby carriage exists for everyone's joy, including Mr. Baby, or Mrs. Baby. But we are here to talk about everything horse-drawn in the history of the universe, including food, goods, materials, bricks, mortar, people, animals, crops, you name it, building materials, okay? The horse-drawn anything has been around since the dawn of Eden. Most notably, the horse-drawn human. And interestingly, the word human fits nicely because it parallels carriage with respect to the joy. Human is exactly 5 points less than carriage, 5 points less than buggy. Okay, so the horse-drawn human has been a joy to God and man from the dawn of Eden, which is just over 6,000 years ago. Read creationscience.com for the truth on that in your Holy Bible, which is true chronology about the age of the earth. Okay, so there you go. Now, if you want to take time and match the 5 letters in horse with the 5 letters in drawn to make as many multiples of 5 as you can to squeeze all of the joy out of this God package, Be my guest. You will not be disappointed, as always, because remember, every word is maximum. Every word foreordained in your Oxford English Dictionary is maximum, foreordained by God, given to you to delight your soul, and how perfect it is as the perfect mathematician and accountant. Squeeze all the fives out of it, the joy number. You will be thrilled. And as you do this, know that you are worshiping and thanking God, and He delights in that, and He'll bless you. Okay. Horse-drawn. There's going to be a revival in horse-drawn humans. There's going to be a revival in horse-drawn carriages and buggies. There's going to be a revival in horse-drawn horses. Giant parades of horses drawing each other down the street. Parade divides by 5. It's a joy to have a good parade. Anyways, okay, so that's really cool. That's a huge gem. So we've been getting horse terms from the Lord that divide by 5. Horse drawn. I just want to take that. I always like to try and match as many 5s as horse drawn RS. Okay, well you can check out more of that for homework. Horse drawn. It's irresistible because it's 5 and 5 letters. Horse drawn. Horse drawn. Horse. The O is a big 5er. Horse drawn. Horse drawn. Horse, the horse-drawn buggy, the horse-drawn carriage. Wonderful that both terms end in a 5. The horse-drawn buggy, there's your Y, pure joy. The horse-drawn carriage, there's your E. The horse-drawn buggy, the horse-drawn carriage. You can, wait for it, other terms. The horse-drawn cart. There you go. There's another word that parallels buggy and carriage. Cart is 42. It's 20 points less than buggy and carriage, which are 62. So that when you say the horse-drawn cart, that's going to add flawlessly to 200 perfectly quadruple joy. Okay. Very good. Cart, buggy, carriage. You gotta wait on the Lord. Very good. Very nice. Well, there you go. Okay. So once again, man, it's amazing. So drawn is 60 equals holy equals word. Oh my gosh. The word drawn is the title of God, word. In the beginning was the word, Christ. The word drawn is W-O-R-D, verbatim. You get that you share the W, the RD, and then the AN is the definition of O, 14 plus 1. Okay. Every word belongs to God, and He has many personal titles. Like Jesus says, I am the Word. Okay. The Word, in the beginning was the Word. Okay, that is a title of God. Word equals 60. The joy of a word is the same joy in a letter. Letter and word both divide by 5. Okay. There you go. Horse-drawn carriage. And then if you say the horse-drawn king, Jesus, okay? The king equals Jesus. It just, he's coming back on a white horse. White equals horse. Mustang is a huge word that is pure 5s from the inside out. T, 20, 35, 20. Might as well have a white Mustang. Steed is 5s right at the center, and you can go on and on and on. But there you go. To our satisfaction, we solved everything that has ever been horse-drawn, is currently being, and will ever be horse-drawn in the history of the universe. Horse-drawn, 5 and 5 letters that divide by 5, adding to 125. It has all been invented by God. It has all been done for God's joy and everyone's joy. Horse-drawn everything. There you go. Get on it. Woo!